So today we're going to be discussing the accumulated variable number of entities. The issue is normally you want to accumulate 3 entities. However, if you only have two entities available after a period of time, in this case 30 seconds, you want to go ahead and accumulate those two and move them on out. So the first step is we're going to create 3 variables here. We're going to create a vCount variable, a vAccum variable, and a vSecond variable. The vCount is going to count the number of entities that are in the activity or the at the location, and we're going to use that to group them or accumulate them here in a moment. The vAccum we're going to use is a 1-0 option to say whether it's ready to be accumulated or not. 0 being yes, 1 being no in this case. The third variable is our second variable, and we're going to use that as a counter. So as our entities are at that activity, we're going to have a count for 30 seconds, and then if whatever number's there, it's going to grab those, accumulate them, and move them on out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the processing logic here at our activity. So the first thing we're going to do in our processing logic is we're going to increment our vCount value. And this is our number of entities that are at that activity or that location. We're going to say if the vCount, or if there's 3 entities there, we're going to say go ahead and accumulate. So the vAccum is equal to 1. So go ahead and accumulate. And we're going to say we're accumulating 3 entities. If the vCount is equal to 2, we're going to do this logic here. We're going to count the, we're going to look at the entities that says while the vCount is equal to 2, or while the count of the entities there is equal to 2, and the accumulate is set to 0 or false. We're going to wait 1 second. We're going to increment our vSecond variable, and then we're going to check again to see if our vCount is equal to 3. If it's 3, then we'll go ahead and do the logic of accumulating all 3 and moving those on. Or if the vCount is equal to, or the vSecond is equal to 30, then set the accumulation to true, accumulate what's there, and move on. So our next step here is we're going to reset our seconds variable back to 0, and then we're going to look at our vCount variable and display that it's accumulating 2. This is just for your information. Excuse me. Then we set our vAccum, our logic back to waiting for that vAccum variable to equal 1 again. We are then going to tell it to accumulate the number of entities that are there. And then we're going to reset our values for our count and our accumulation back to 0. This model can be downloaded from the Solutions Cafe. The solution is called Accumulate a Variable Number of Entities. From there you can download this model and you can take a look at it and you can run it and play around with that to get an idea of what's going on.